You're listening to Tubies. Oh, shoot.
That's the second time.
That's the
you just
second
did
time.
that.
Fairs. Oh, I just ran. Anywho, you're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Flossmoor. The call number is 708-798-WHFH 708-798-9434. And you're listening to Tubies in the Pod.
Cast. All right. I got to take a deep breath before I even say anything.
Yeah, so do I.
Today has been a very long day. Today has been a very exhausting day.
I would agree.
We call that the senior effect.
What? Who's we?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I call that the senior effect. But, I mean, it's just a lot of stuff going on.
In a good or a bad way, though?
It's a good type of, overwhelming. Because it's like, I will say I am getting, I'm not going to say commissions, but I am getting a lot of requests for graphics.
What we talked about earlier, Twin. Yeah, okay.
Christian wanted me to start charging.
Yeah.
He wanted me to start charging.
You should be getting commissioned.
But
First.
not just yet. Not just yet. Soon, though.
We'll talk, bro. We'll talk, bro.
Soon.
We'll talk, bro.
Soon. But it's been a pretty good week. We have a 4-day weekend. We have Friday off all the way through Monday. I'm just excited, man. I get to relax. I'm excited to relax. That's crazy. I'm excited to relax. I'm excited to just be lazy for a bit because I've been working really, really hard. A lot of stuff. And yeah, how's your day been? And what are you looking forward to, Twin?
I'm looking forward to going home.
Yeah.
And then listen to J. Cole tonight. J. Cole drops the fall off tonight.
J. Cole does drop.
My goodness. I hope it's not his last. Maybe he just keeps dropping afterwards. It's like, well, why would I stop? You know, I'm the greatest of all time. Why would I stop?
He's the greatest of all time. That's what you think, Twin.
The fall.
Wait, do you have J. Cole as like your top 5?
Of course, top 3.
I mean, not top 5, top 3.
Yes, I have top 3, 100%.
For real?
Yes, 100%, 100%. I don't even know who I think the greatest rapper of all time is. I always just say Cole though. Say like Cole and Kendrick, and everybody else can fill in afterwards. Nas is pretty great.
That's crazy, man.
I guess. I mean, you know, I'm not putting anyone over my King Cole.
But yeah, it's just been a long week, man.
It's okay.
Oh my
goodness. Well, you know,
I'm gonna be recharged next week. Trust me. I'm telling you, man. Also, I don't want to leak anything.
We got a 4-day weekend.
Yes, I don't want to leak anything, but something is coming to the archives very, very soon.
Who? Like as in like the next couple of days.
Yes.
Like as in probably by Monday.
As in like probably by Monday. And you guys are gonna be really, really excited. You guys are gonna be really, really satisfied.
Maybe it goes to the HF Instagram too. I have to.
I don't know. I don't know.
I have to see if somebody is gonna answer an email tomorrow. And like over this.
Shout out to that somebody.
I don't think.
And shout out to another somebody that may be on the podcast for a special episode. That's in a very executive position.
Oh, Fairs G.
Shout out to them.
Should we do the new segment first, or should we do just the topics in general? Gotta get moving.
You want to do the new segment?
Let's introduce it, then we'll do a promo. Then we'll actually say.
Are you talking about like introduce the topics and then go to a promo?
We'll do top. Let's do the double H first.
The what?
The new thing, yo.
Oh,
the new.
Oh my gosh,
bro, lock in.
You want to get that out of the way?
Yeah, no, just introduce it, and then we'll run a promo. Come back and actually like do it.
Okay.
Indeed.
Got you.
There we go.
All right.
Hey man, he's a little tired today, yo. He's a little tired.
Yes. All right. Boom.
All right,
so boom. It is the month of February.
Indeed.
Right. And obviously, as I sit across from Twin, as I look at him, as he looks at me, we both understand the culture that we come from.
Mm-hmm.
We both understand the history that we come from. And sometimes that history can be hidden. So, all right. So, coming to the podcast, premiering right now, or being introduced right now, is a new segment called Hidden History.
Go ahead, Toy.
Actually conceptualized by one of our great friends and record-breaking guest, Samaya Ryan, who came up with the name.
Indeed.
Come on, man. This segment preserves our history. This segment uncovers the untold stories and factoids of our African-American pioneers, citizens, and historical figures. So, in between the episode, we are going to reveal our very first entry of Hidden History.
And with that, we'll be going to a promo. See you soon. It's going to work still. And we're back. Wait. I swear I pressed it anywhere. Anywho. And we're back. You're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Flossmoor. The calling number is 708-798-WHFH, 708-798-9434. And you're listening to Two Bees in a Pod. Cast.
All right. We got to get down to the topics, man.
Well, we have to do the. Are we not? We're doing the person.
gosh.
Yo, lock in.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, get you some more fried rice. Or, I mean, some white rice with that soy sauce on it, bro. Get us some. Get some more in your system, yo. Get some crab rangoons.
So,
with
celebrating our history, celebrating our. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. With celebrating our history and celebrating our culture, Hidden History's first entry. Althea Gibson.
I don't have my claps loaded up. Hold on. Oh, well, go ahead.
Okay, so
go ahead, man.
Born in South. Okay, really? Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? This is not how we rock. This is not how we open it up.
All right, lock it. We good, yo.
All right. Born in South Carolina on August 25th, 1927, then moving to Harlem, Althea Gibson became the first black tennis athlete to win a Grand Slam title, the first to play at Wimbledon. Later winning both Wimbledon and the U.S. Nationals, and then ultimately inducted into the Tennis Hall of Fame. Gibson is credited alongside Jackie Robinson with opening doors for inspired African-American athletes, regardless of a tennis background. And that is our first entry for Hidden History.
Indeed. Amen. That's great, bro. Shout out Althea Gibson.
Shout out to Althea Gibson, man.
More
will come with introducing more of our culture's hidden figures, man.
Indeed. We're probably gonna. I mean, I got next week, but we gonna pretty much alternate.
You got what choosing one next week?
Yeah, I got a couple in the vault.
Bet, twin. Let me know.
Indeed.
Alrighty.
So into the topics.
Back to regular programming. Moving into our show. Let's read off the topics for today. Traditional 3. Number 1, is awkwardness a real thing or is it a social construct? Twin came up with that one.
Indeed.
Number 2, when does passivity become harmful? I came up with that one. And number 3, does mumble rap truly suck?
Nope.
We both came up with that one.
Nope. Wait, yes. Yes, it does. Wait,
awesome, nope.
Wait, I forgot. I was, anywho.
And speaking of, does mumble rap truly suck?
It does.
It is a part of the B versus B segment given by our award-winning guest, Xavier Wright.
Wow.
If you missed the segment specialist award race, Xavier finished as a finalist alongside Ben Farrow for their great segment ideas, and his is now debuting tonight. All right, here we go. First,
you want me to lead it in, yo?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so, I've always been, or not always, but recently in life, I've always been someone who has reduced my social anxiety.
Yeah.
Especially in spaces where I know people. But even if I don't, a lot of times I'm just like, hey, what's up? Like, I don't really care.
Right.
So I was just thinking, however many weeks ago at this point, because I just added it in my notes randomly. I don't know why that was a tongue twister for me. But essentially, I was like, is being awkward a real thing? Or is it just how other people perceive you? Is it just a social construct? Or is it really like, Is it really like, because like, you know what's awkward is when we have dead air. That's awkward. It's like, oh, like that's like, you know,
don't think that's a social construct? Because some people may be
that
like,
might be a social construct too. That's what
some
I'm
people may
saying.
be like, I'm fine with dead air. Like I can look at you and just
WHFH 88.5 FM Baltimore is not fine with dead air. We do not support dead air.
I could just look at you and just stare at you and just not say anything.
And not say anything for the next hour of the show.
My heart won't be pacing. Nothing is anxious. I'm fine. But it is awkward for me. I'm not gonna lie, twin.
Exactly.
It's very awkward for me. But
why is it awkward for you?
I would say it's awkward for me because it's just like there's no motion. Like, you ever feel like something is forced, or you ever feel like something is just like not genuine or not there? I think that's
100%.
That's basically what.
That's a lot. That's like high school, in a nutshell. Fake people.
Like,
You gotta find.
I feel
the
like
real
a lot of awkward situations have a lot to do with just stuff not being genuine. I feel like when you genuinely have a good conversation with somebody,
genuinely.
This dude, bro, he watches too much TikTok. I've been watching too much.
Yeah, I actually only have like an hour on TikTok a day.
Genuinely.
Low,
genuinely.
Aaron and Big.
Yo, my man.
Shout out Aaron Kirkwood, yo, great feature editor for the Voyager, we're dropping next week.
Shout out Aaron Kirkwood, bro.
What?
Okay. We're gonna move on from that, but there are a lot of situations where I'm just like, dang, I really don't want to be in this right now. You know what's the first indicator that I feel that something is like super, super awkward? I start getting hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my body starts to get hot.
The body tip rising, yo.
Yes. It's like, I have to get out this situation. I start cringing, bro. Especially when something like, it's when a joke doesn't land or.
You have Miss Kelly, right? He did the speed physical speed. I'm watching the stream, bro. Why
you trying not to laugh, bro?
That's messed up, bro.
You trying not to laugh, bro? But okay, I ain't gonna lie. And this is a really, I'm not saying this to make fun of Mrs. Kelly, because Mrs. Kelly is probably one of the best teachers I've had.
Especially for history, too.
Exactly. During my time here at HF, she's a great speaker, a great orator, but...
That was a juicy...
But I'm not going to lie. Some of the jokes that she says doesn't hit.
They just don't land.
Right? And I'm not going to lie. You could feel the tension. You could cut it with a knife. You could feel the awkward tension. And I'm...
Can I make a sandwich out of that?
See, I don't feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't feeling that.
Like, that didn't land? That didn't land?
No, that didn't land.
Did that feel awkward to you, Twin?
Yes, that felt awkward. Is that camera rolling? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
What up, big dog?
Hello.
Let's go to work still.
Let's go to work. But, no, I feel a lot of awkward tension, especially in that classroom, because it was just like, it just didn't feel genuine. Or it was probably just like you just got the wrong crowd. I think that's why it's a social construct. I think it's like half and half. It's based on how you perceive it. It could be a social construct because some people may mold it into, that was awkward. Some people may mold it into, that was really funny. Like, I ain't gonna lie. One of my favorite comedians is Dave Chappelle.
So many people think he's unfunny.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially the black community.
Well.
Okay, no, I feel like there are quite a few people in the black community that
I think there's a different community that thinks he's unfunny.
All right.
There's a different community.
It's the thing is, like, I personally find it funny. I know quite a few people that are in the black community that are like, yo, this guy's not funny. I forgot. I don't think my dad doesn't like him. I think so. I forgot. But like I feel like that's the thing with all comedians. They are all acquired taste. Just like Miss Kelly's jokes are an acquired taste. There were a couple times where I had a little chuckle at some of those. What did the chicken do to cross the road, yo?
See what I'm saying? Like,
so I
ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? But even just going back to awkwardness, I think that like in certain situations, I think it's a real thing, bro. Like I always used to say, or not used to say, but I say occasionally, it's only embarrassing if you make it. But I'm not gonna lie, when I get into those embarrassing situations, it's hard to not make it embarrassing. if that makes sense.
That
Like,
does. I understand that.
I would
Yeah.
forget everything that I just said and be like, dang, I'm embarrassed.
There's.
Or dang, I feel awkward. Or I feel the tension. And it's hard to kind of put it into a social construct because you're personally feeling that. Like, I can't really just say,
Oh, never mind. My dad loves Dave Chappelle. It was the other way around.
this dude, bro.
It was some black.
I knew
comedian
your
who
dad
he
didn't. I knew your dad loved Dave Chappelle.
No, there was some black comedian that he didn't mess with. I forgot it was like Kevin Hart or like I don't remember.
See, Kevin Hart is also an acquired taste.
Very much so. I don't find him that funny unless he's in a movie. Like I watched. I like it was like funny, but it wasn't like hilarious. Like I didn't get that. I don't know. Like I just didn't get that laugh factor from him. I got that chuckle factor.
I'm not gonna lie. The only one show that I used to watch that I found Kevin Hart extremely funny on.
Jumanji.
No, it was
That's
Real
a movie.
It was Real Husbands of Hollywood.
I've never watched that.
You never watched that? You need to go watch. That was.
I'm
hilarious.
okay. I'm okay, Twin. I'm okay.
That was hilarious.
I'm gonna focus on watching my Pulp Fiction.
You can watch that, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, Twin,
Ezekiel. Sorry.
what are your thoughts?
Kevin ain't funny. Yeah, Kevin ain't funny. That's what my dad just said.
I think he's like mainstream.
Kevin ain't funny! Exclamation point.
I think Kevin Hart is like mainstream funny. Dave Chappelle is more so like
It's
more way more
communal
acquired.
funny, like by
Communal,
community.
like the Chappelle show. That's rated R. I'm not gonna lie. That show is rated R.
No, you're 18. Never mind.
Come on, bro. The Chappelle show. I love Equanimity and the Bird Revelation.
What the heck? What equanimity? Emancipation Proclamation? Like I'm confused here, yo.
But yeah. Oh, I also love Charlie Murphy, man. Rest in peace to Charlie Murphy. I also love Charlie Murphy. What?
I thought about to say something else.
Bro, get your head out of the dude. Stop.
We're locked.
Dude.
Full speed, bro.
Dude, I love Charlie Murphy, man. And I'm not gonna bro, I need you to chill. I need you to chill.
I got you, bro.
And
Kevin ain't funny though, you know.
yeah, I mean his shows, his stuff was amazing. Like especially that Rick James skit where Rick James pops up. He's like Charlie Murphy, and then he hit him in the.
I've never heard of this guy.
Dude, he's the brother of Eddie Murphy.
Oh, he's Eddie Murphy's brother. That checks out. Eddie Murphy's funny.
Charlie Murphy, I think.
Charlie Murphy funnier.
I think he's just my preference. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
They both. He's like more raunchy. But what are your thoughts, Twin, about this whole awkwardness thing?
You know. I mean, I just to piggyback off of what did Amari just send me, bro? Anywho, just to piggyback off of the comedian aspect, I actually follow some comedians on like Instagram and TikTok, and most of them are like I said, very acquired taste, and not what.
This dude Amari talk about. What about Rodney Dangerfield?
Anywho,
you know where that came from Rodney, bro. Fairs. I'm not gonna lie, Fairs.
What I know is that I just don't find a lot of people funny if it's like if that's their job, if that makes any sense. Like, because I know their goal is to make me laugh. So if they're not naturally funny and like they're like forcing a joke, or even if they're not forcing a joke and it's just like all you're doing is telling jokes and not actually having a conversation with jokes, I feel like that's important to me, like actually having that conversation first.
I think one of the worst things you could do, especially in like awkward situations, like in terms of awkwardness through jokes, like when somebody is setting, like when you can tell that somebody's about to set up a punchline, that's one of the, like, I'm telling you, bro, that's like one of the worst things that could probably happen.
For real.
Like that's why I feel like it's kind of hard to find people who can naturally joke and who can naturally just be funny.
Here's the guy. Sammy Obeid. I think
Who is that?
I probably mispronounced his last name. He's one of the funniest comedians I know. I can't play any of his stuff on here, probably, but he's genuinely hilarious. Like he's I think I don't know what
Sammy. Let me see.
It's like Obeid. I don't know what specific ethnicity he is, but I mean I think he's Middle Eastern or something like that. And
I think I've seen one of his clips.
He's hilarious to me. I think my volume might be up. Don't tap on nothing, yo, because I don't know what go.
No, your volume ain't up.
All right, for sure. Because I'm running soundboard, so I never know. But anywho, the point is that I feel like awkwardness a lot of times is dictated dictated by the people around you. And this is where I've kind of been going with this for the duration of the time we've been talking about it. I mean, this isn't like that deep of a topic necessarily, but for as deep as I can go regarding it, I feel like if I have twin around me, I feel like a lot of the jokes that like I make in the Voyager newsroom and things like that, I feel like that stuff isn't awkward because I got you around me. I got Samaya. I have people, like I said, I know these people and they, have the context of who I am, the jokes that I make, the jokes that you make, the jokes that, like, I'm not trying to, like, be repetitive, but the jokes that we make as two Bs in that newsroom it has been widely accepted for nearly 2 years now because of, I just feel like it's just natural. We're in there all the time, right? However, if I were to pull up in some random class that I've never been in, if I I know I can't really relate to this, but I'm saying like if I were to have a new class this year that I knew nobody in, it would be relatively awkward if I were to say like if I were to talk about like fairs, like regarding something that happened.
You're like, what are you talking about?
Right,
bro?
nobody would laugh.
What are you talking about, bro?
However, when it's like you, me, Amari, and Evan,
we all know.
Right. And that's the point.
I ain't gonna lie.
And that's why I think it's a social construct.
You have to do enough digging on TikTok to actually understand. Well, actually, no.
Not really.
If you're from the UK, then you would understand. But
right.
If you're American, and you go on TikTok and you see fairs.
British, yo. I'm British.
Look it up. I would say an example is my AP Psych class.
Shout out, oh my gosh, no, let me think.
Shout out Mrs. Sarah Youssef.
I couldn't think of her last name. I don't know why. I literally know her.
Teacher. Shout out to Mrs. Sarah Youssef. But in my AP Psych class last semester, I sat at a table that I'm not gonna lie, like, and this is no disrespect to them. This is no okay, bro. This is no disrespect to them, but it just wasn't my crowd. Like I was quiet. I'm not gonna lie. I was really, really quiet.
Bryce Barnett, quiet.
I really didn't say much, but
that's so
there
hard
were actually
believe,
people. There were actually people that I knew in the class that sat at another table. So when lunch would break out, or we'll do like psychology stations, or we'll do group work, and we could split up. Even when it was a free day to just sit at whatever seat you want.
Yo, my guy.
I'm going straight to them.
My guy.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
I'm going straight to them.
Indeed.
Second semester, we are able to assign our own seats. I sit with the people that I know are, very friendly with me. I can be very friendly with them. Bruh, I became one of the most vocal people in that class in like 2 days. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and it wasn't awkward.
It's the environment.
I think that's
why I think it's a social construct.
That's why I can see your point of like a social construct. It just depends on who you are around. Now, even with the people that I sat with from last semester, they sit at another table. I'm not that awkward with them anymore because I'm still having the effects of that other group. Like, I'm more friendly with them. So now I get to become more friendly with the class because I'm more comfortable.
I can relate to that. Like, I'll give a very recent example. On Wednesday, I went to Faith and Fellowship. It's a club here, Christian club here.
Shout out to Faith and Fellowship.
You know Daniela, of course. So I was sitting with her in Faith and Fellowship, and another Danny was his name, or Daniel, but like nickname, whatever. Because there were like 2-3 Dannies in there. Anywho, point is that I didn't really know anybody else there. I knew like a couple of people, but the only person I really knew was Daniela. The thing is, due to me knowing Daniela, I felt like I was able to be more vocal due to the fact that I had like people that I knew in there and somebody sitting very close to me who I was like cool with for multiple years. Due to that fact, I was able to I'm already a very vocal person, but I could definitely shut down if I feel like an alien, like if I feel like if I don't feel like I'm belonging in an area, which is hard for me to even do. My parents like to say that once I get into a place, I'm just like that. I'm doing it. Like I'm just talking already. Even in New York, when I was in New York, first day there, I remember we were on our floor and they had subs for us. So we were eating. No one was talking, yo. I barely knew the people that I was with. And I ended up, over time, we talk more.
Yeah.
We've had lunch however many times, because that was at New York Times, that was a two week learning opportunity. So like, I was there for a while. You get to know the people pretty well, living with them for 2 weeks. So the point is that I feel like once you get accustomed to your environment, and once you kind of learn, hey, this is what I feel most comfortable doing regarding conversations, and even though you might not feel that comfortable speaking to somebody at first, once you get closer to other people, you're kind of able to branch out a little bit more.
It's kind of like a chain reaction.
Indeed. Shout out Friends of Rachel.
Twin effect.
Jinx.
Twin telepathy.
Indeed.
But yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. That happened at the Till internship.
For sure.
My very first day, I walk in. Mind you, it's a very beautiful place.
It's the Chicago Museum, right?
Chicago History Museum.
Yeah.
Yes. I walk into the museum.
I don't know why I just said Chicago Museum. There are 100 museums in Chicago. You know what I meant.
It's the Chicago History Museum. And I walk into my assigned room. And there I see Chris Benson. I see Erica Gordon, one of the museum directors. And then
I'm assuming you connect with all of them, got cool with all of them, right?
Over time, yes.
Indeed.
And then I see 3 kids, right? So kids are just now starting.
Like kids in terms of real kids, or like kids like our age?
My age.
Okay, for sure.
The co-interns.
Okay, yeah.
So they're just now starting to pile in and come into the room.
Mm-hmm.
I sit down, I go straight on my phone.
That's so real though.
I sit down, I'll go straight on my phone. I'm just scrolling.
Because everybody is nervous, and that happened at Snowball. Well, let me let you finish.
You good? So you good?
Okay.
But the one thing that definitely helped was daily icebreakers.
I hate icebreakers.
Me too, but I'm not gonna lie. It kind of helped. I you hate it, but it helps.
Really?
It's
For you, it helps.
It's kind of like, what's something that you hate but it benefits you? Like healthy food. I ain't gonna lie.
You hate healthy food?
No, like the taste of it. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't.
Bro. Okay, so
hey, when my mom cooks some homemade food that's good for you,
do you like spinach?
I don't eat spinach.
What's a healthy food that you don't like the taste of?
By itself?
Yes.
Broccoli/lettuce. But once I get some ranch on the side, I'm good.
No, scratch that. If you just get broccoli, yes, it's gonna develop your body. It's gonna make you healthier. But you hate
carrots. I like carrots by themselves.
I don't care. But it's gonna make you healthier. It's gonna benefit you.
Right.
Those icebreakers I hate, but it's gonna benefit me. And over time, it did. I got cool with at least about half. No, I would say at least dang near majority of them.
For sure. I just got chills. It happens a lot. No, Gabby be the same way when I do that. She's like, yo, why are you shaking?
But yeah, dang near a majority of them, right? And I'm not gonna lie, it really did change my life, because I'm like, wow, even though I was nervous the first day, I could look back on the very last day of the internship and be like, wow, I made all these connections.
Mm-hmm.
I collaborated with all these people. 2 of the co-interns, shout out Tyler Long and Madden Parks. Madden actually called in for...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That was last year, wasn't it? Last school year?
Yeah, he actually called... Well, no.
It was this school year? Last year, though? It was a few months ago.
It was a few months ago.
Yeah.
He called in. They actually started their own podcast
yeah,
called...
You made their graphic.
Yeah, 2 Takes with Tyler and Madden. Because of those icebreakers and because of collaborating, we actually connected through that. I was their first guest. We talked, this, that, and the third. We still keep in contact.
Communication and collaboration.
That's what I'm saying, right?
HF Viking or profile of a Viking. Indeed.
So even though awkwardness could be a social construct in certain situations, it could actually benefit you. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you just gotta find your group, but also even just awkwardness as a feeling. Do I think it's gonna go away? I don't know. I think that takes development because there's probably some people out there who have no awkwardness at all. They go into a room and they're just like, yo, yo, I'm here, bro. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? One person I know like that is Kendra Richardson. Shout out to Kendra. She's in student government. Shout out to Kendra Richardson.
For sure.
But yeah, like just going into a room and be like, yo, I'm here. Da, 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 da.
I'm like that at HF. Once I get out of HF or like outside of places where like I would already have known people, kind of not.
It might start back over again.
Yeah.
And it's just that step-by-step process. So
like for me, I like I relate to that through Snowball. When I was at Snowball, I was pretty conversational because I knew quite a few people there. But like, for example, when I sat down that first night and they were doing those doggone skits, I was like, yo, what is this? I'm still like, yo, what is this? I'm not gonna lie, because it's
what type of
supposed to
skits
teach.
were they doing?
So it's basically skits where they teach you the rules of Snowball. Like they like show you like if you like talk down to somebody, you gotta do 2 pull-ups. That's like one of the things.
Two pull-ups?
Yeah. So like for example, if I said that, if I said something offensive to you or
You
like
chips,
something,
bro. You chop.
so then you gotta say 2 good things about me. You gotta be like, oh, you're so attractive. Then you gotta be like, I really like your hair. And that's like 2 pull-ups.
Yo, imagine if I was there and they had me and Amari, go up against each other.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. You got a yam. Yeah, bro, you got a yam. You know what, bro? I like your hat and I like your shoes, bro.
And those are the 2 pull-ups. Like that's like a skit that would happen. So I'm like, yo, I'm sitting here around. I do Addison Trotter in my small group. Other than that, I ain't really know anybody. Oh no, Aaron Peck too. Those are the 2 people I knew in my small group already. I sat down. I'm looking at Aaron like, bro. Like, bro.
What is this,
Man,
bro?
they said, because it says that they're just telling you to be kind, but it's like, bro, I just got here. I'm tired. It was like it was a night after. It was like in school. I was just got out of school a couple hours before I finished packing. At like 10 minutes before I left. Like I'm thinking I can hit the hay or so. Like I can just lay down. Mind you, there's literally a thing called snow butt, meaning that when you're there, you gotta sit. Because I used to go to where it happens all the time, Camp Manitoba. I used to go there quite a lot. Literally every year of my childhood, actually. And yeah, from when I was about 4 to when I was in 8th grade, literally every year.
Wow.
So like I know that place like the back of my hand. Them trails, those are my trails, yo. My trails. They used to name them the Bryce Trails at Camp Manitoba. Anywho, the point is that I really wasn't used to an environment like that where it's just like everybody was so like happy. Like you don't see that. So, you know, I was like, yo, what is this, yo? And then like, you know, you get used to it over time. So, and I started talking to everybody and all of a sudden I'm doing all the chants and I write an article about it and it's the hottest article on hfvoyager.com. Go read it. Is
that
it a
comes
cult?
from that development from awkwardness of a social construct into embracing what's around you.
Maybe you got to embrace the social construct.
That's our lesson for today. You just got to embrace the social like embrace it for what it is and take advantage of it. You know, like once again, things don't happen to you. They happen for you. Like it happened for your benefit. Shoot, them icebreakers is needed.
No. That's not the lesson, yo.
Them skits is needed.
Personally, no, the skits were probably needed, but I'm saying the icebreakers specifically, I will always say icebreakers because they're forced. They are forced and they are ingenuine.
Bro, I mean, no, I would not
they
say
are forced.
I would not. No,
You don't think they're forced?
Icebreakers are not forced.
They tell you do this.
No. Okay, yeah, they tell you do this, but you can still add your own spice to it. You can still add your own personality to it, and you can make it more genuine.
Yeah,
you could be like, oh yeah, what's your favorite video game and why? Oh yeah, my favorite video game is blah 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 because of this, and this. And somebody can be speaking up and be like, dang, bro, I like that game too, or nah, bro, that game trash. And it turns into a whole debate. And then now
That's
your
true.
personality is being shining and transformed into that conversation.
Now, that's true, but that should happen with natural conversation.
How if y'all don't know each other?
Because we live in a generation that is corrupted by TikTok, brain rot, and Instagram Reels.
Twin.
That's why we need icebreakers
Listen,
now.
That's
Because everybody's talking about I can't say that. Everybody's I'm trying to think of brain rot that's like appropriate for radio. Everybody's talking about Everybody's on 6'7", 6'7". Like,
Okay,
bro.
but let's just say you use that in an icebreaker.
No, that's terrible.
You can't make people laugh with that.
No, everybody. I would look at you just like
that's a part of the social construct.
it's not even because it's awkward.
That's the whole awkward social construct.
It's not even because it's awkward. It's just because, like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? It's the big.
It's like you saying fairs in a room that you're not comfortable with.
But everybody knows 6'7". Not everybody knows fairs. It's different. You know that's different.
Not everybody knows 6'7". I could go to Mr. McClendon right now and be like 6'7". Be like, get out of my office.
McClendon, do you know 6'7"? Oh, he's ignoring us. Never mind. Okay, great.
No.
Unless he just can't.
No.
He might not have the monitor on over there. But
He
anyway.
doesn't. He doesn't know 6'7", man. Anybody?
Yes, he does.
He does.
He definitely does.
Anybody over
he
the-
teaches high schoolers, dude.
I don't care. Everybody over the age of 21.
My parents know 6'7".
Never mind. Never mind that.
It's because of Gabby.
Okay, but if you say, I feel like the principle still applies. If you say fairs in a room that you're not comfortable with during an icebreaker, you gonna get chastised, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You get chastised, bro.
Maybe, man.
But yeah, and all in all, I think awkwardness being a feeling and then a social construct, they go hand in hand. I think it's more of a social construct because I feel like it just depends on your environment, who you're around. I feel like when I'm with my friends, like that awkwardness just leaves my body. Even if I tell a joke that's not funny, like
Indeed.
I don't even feel nothing. But if it's a room where I don't really know people, that feeling might change. But yeah.
Well, with that, we have a promo coming up, and we will introduce our next topic in a couple moments. And we're back. You're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Flossmoor. The call-in number is 708-798-WHFH, 708-798-9434. And you're listening to Two Bees in a Pod Cast.
All right. We're going to swap. We're going to swap our topics.
Doing 3 at 2 and 2 at 3.
Yeah, 3 at 2 and 2 at 3.
So introduce.
Hey,
my
2.
fault.
You go to the 3. 3. You go to the 2.
KD, you're the shooting guard now.
All right.
Amen Thompson, you're still the one, bro.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just yapping.
For our very first entry of the B versus B segment.
Courtesy of Xavier, right? Four-time
award winner.
Two B's in Podcast Award winner.
Goodness gracious. Two B's in the Pod Award, circa May 2026.
Yeah.
Look out for the gold.
Look out for the gold. The gold. The big gold, yo.
All right.
All right.
I have to pose the question. Does mumble rap truly suck?
Yes.
No. My answer is no.
See, wait, hold on. We have to give X some credit. Wait, hold on. Let me give X some credit here, yo. Well, X gave us this idea, and how we basically went about it is, as twins, we don't disagree on a lot. Really it's hard to get us.
It's kind of hard
to get us to disagree on something.
Segment was hard.
We have very similar values. About the world, like politics wise, very similar. Basketball wise, he thinks he thinks LeBron's better than Jordan. That's about it. I think Kobe's better than LeBron still, but I know y'all bash me for that or whatever, but I don't care. I don't care. Kobe, yo. The fact that people try to put Kobe outside of the top 5 is ridiculous to me. Anywho, not the point right now, though. So, the point is that, hey, Bryce and I agree on a lot. Let's find something that we disagree on. Continue.
And what we disagreed on was the question of, does mumble rap truly suck?
It does. And he's going to say it doesn't. He be posting mumble raps on Instagram for the 2B's graphic show. I'd be like, yo, I can't understand what's happening.
One of the biggest examples I'm going to use for this is Chicago's own.
It's Chicago.
Yeah. Can't say that last word, but
first.
Chicago's very own Lucky.
Oh.
Big shout out to Lucky. I have used him for at least like 5 of our posts.
Unfortunately.
And the one thing that I wanted to point out about Lucky is the fact that even though some of his lyrics are not that comprehensible
or audible, like you can't hear it, bro.
Yes, you can.
Okay, bro.
His lyrics and the meaning to his music is deeper than you think, especially when you listen to old Lucky. And if you want to call in actually to talk about this and to talk about
She
how
wanna believe her.
Okay,
That's what it goes.
to talk about this and to talk about how Lucky, a quote unquote mumble rapper, and how his music and his influence is actually bigger than some of these lyrical rappers out here. The calling number is 708-798-9434. I'm gonna repeat it again. 708-798-9434.
Absolute fairs, bro.
What do you think, Twin?
Twin, if I can't understand what you're saying, Miss K was just talking about this. The reason why rap, she thinks that rap is dying. I don't, but what she was saying, or like she was saying something on the lines of that like rap is dying, or that rap isn't as prominent as it should be or has been. Her point was that people aren't listening, which I agree with, because people aren't listening because a lot of these rappers don't need you to listen. They just need you to vibe to the beat, which is great. But like Miss K was saying, you vibe to the beat while you're hearing the music. You hear Kendrick Lamar talk about, oh, we got to call her. You hear Kendrick Lamar talk about, hey, all these things regarding social issues in America, in the world.
Lucky
Anywho.
talks about social issues in Chicago.
Okay, keep talking, yo. Hold on.
Lucky talks about social issues in Chicago. He talks about drug usage. He talks about gun violence in his hometown. And he explains, he talks about girls, bro, relationship issues. He talks about relationship issues. He talks about drug usage in his hometown, bro. He just says it in a way that's probably like, oh, that's so trash to you because you don't like that melodic stuff, man.
Well, we have Amari on the phone.
You guys are talking about Lucky?
Oh.
Yes, bro, we're talking about Lucky.
Hi, Amari Farmer.
All right. Yo, what up? What up, DC?
Welcome veteran guest Amari Farmer. He is
Veteran guest.
I don't think wholeheartedly, I don't think that mumble rap is inherently bad.
Explain why.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Explain why?
Yes.
I believe that people in mumble rap, they talk about their different types of experiences, good and bad, and they use the mumble rap to kind of just, like, push, like, their identity out there and, like, show people, like, you know, like, this is who I am, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
So my
It's just they express themselves differently, and I don't think it sucks. They just have a different tone, and they pronounce their words more faster.
So my question.
It's not really mumble rap.
So why do they have to mumble though?
Why do they have to mumble?
You have to also think some of these rappers, man, are like they're like kind of like a product of their own environment. So like when you be hearing them, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes they be using, you know what I mean? Like they be, you know what I mean?
Sometimes some of them, like, you know, like what BB was saying, like that's true. But sometimes like, you know, they be like in the studio and they just be trying to feel out like the actual beat itself. And then also you also gotta take it like, you know, into like consideration that like these dudes are from like different parts of like America. No dude from Baltimore gonna sound the same as a dude from California. It's just they're just people from different sides of the country, different sides of the globe actually, and that's how they express themselves. They don't like you ask me why do they gotta mumble? I mean that's like asking why does Kendrick gotta sound the way he sound? I mean, like, that's just how he sounds, bro.
Miracle, like, come on, man. like
my thing is
you
like
trip on tundras and everything like that, but then you get mad because the dude on the beat, he talking about some, yeah, I love this, yeah, I love that. But you get mad at that, though.
Saying, bro. No,
bro,
okay.
But if you think about it, there's
actually, mumble rap not even really like mumble rap, because, like, some people, like me, I can understand what they're saying.
You have to have trained ears, bro.
First,
you literally have to have trained ears. That's why I think
I shouldn't have to train my ears to listen to mumbling.
You gonna have to train your ears to listen to Kendrick.
Yeah, that's different.
J.
Though,
Cole.
We already have trained ears when we listen to some of our friends speak, bro.
Low key, I can't lie. It's true.
Some of them be talking about nothing, like. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
like, some people just be talking about dead
like
nothing,
Lucky.
and we just sit there and we just listen, and we're like, we can understand what they're saying, but it's like, realistically, like, sure, like, it's not like it's not like the most like convenient, but like you can still hear it.
So let's not lose the plot here, yo. Like, my thing is like, I think that mumble rap has its good aspects. Usually the production is fire. However, like I was using that anecdote with Miss K to say like, hey, Twin, you heard what she was saying?
I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot.
So Maya heard what she was saying. I don't know if she's listening right now. I hope she heard. I don't know. But Miss K heard what she was saying. The point is that, hey, at the end of the day, the point of rap, back in the day, you ain't got no mumble rappers that were prosperous, that were at the top of the game. Because the people who are listening to rap when it originated are trying to hear that real message, yo. They're trying to hear Twin shaking his head like that's not true. That's literally proven, yo. They're trying to hear what the rapper is talking about. What is he addressing this time? They're trying to actually listen. They're trying to hear. You should be able to listen to a rap song while doing something else and be able to not have to hone in exactly on what he's saying because you can't understand him. If you're really trying to get a message across, like truly trying to get a message across, the most effective way to do that is not through mumbling.
Some people just don't want to sound the same as others, dude.
You're trying to act like that's not a part of the argument.
Like you trying to act like it's like terrible. And like let's be so for real here. Like if we really want to take it back, bro, we could really like say like what's the group? Bone Thugs and Harmony is not like one of like kind of like and like like 3 6 Mafia. Those are like the groups that like really like pushed out like fast paced beats.
Indeed.
And that people like my bad, I'm kind of sick. But people like like Uzi and like Cardi, like they use those, and it's like
Twin, do you know
they got these? They already got these like fast beats. Let's transcend that and turn into this.
Do you know how influential Cardi and Uzi truly are?
No, I don't think he understands, bro.
No, they are very influential. They've inspired the underground game. I feel like.
That's what we're trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah, you can be influential, but like I feel like Uzi isn't even a mumble rapper. He's not a mumble rapper in my opinion.
Uzi is a mumble rapper.
If that's mumble rapping, then I'm talking about two completely different mumble rapping. Maybe it's a spectrum. All right, if we put it on a spectrum, for sure. But like, man, I feel like when you listen to Lucky versus when you listen to Uzi, it's two completely different. Two completely different versions of rap. Definitely, if you really want to go at it, we can talk about if you listen to Nas versus if you listen to Lucky. Wait, time out. Really listen about this part though. If you name me one mumble rapper besides Future, who is considered one of the greatest rappers of all time?
Lucky.
Bro, that's rage bait, bro.
A rapper?
Playboy Cardi.
He say Lil Wayne.
Cardi is not one of the best rappers of all time.
Lil Wayne.
What?
Lil Wayne
Cardi is at least.
He's literally
Cardi
a mumble
is top.
rapper.
Cardi is
people
top.
consider one of the GOATs.
Playboy Cardi is top. If we were to do it all time with. You're a troll.
Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty, Gucci Mane, Lil Wayne, like those people, like they, like Young Thug, like they are also considered like very great like rap artists, or just artists in general. And Young Thug got a song where he like he's still good.
Lifestyle. That's the only part I understand of that whole song. That's how everybody sings it, is it not? Unless they actually know the lyrics because they read it on Spotify. So tell me otherwise. Please tell me otherwise. And tell me how that's
some
true.
people could, you know what, before like Genius and stuff like that,
Right.
like people there like could listen to it and understand it within within 3 tries. I could real life, like you give me a song to listen to, I listen to it 5 times, I'll have the lyrics down. Not even looking at anything. It's really not that hard to like understand. You just not it seems like
You're not tapped, bro.
All right, bro.
it seems like you just have a issue to like certain types of like music, bro. Because this has been like a often like conversation that we have brought up, where it's like you talk about Kendrick so highly, but then when I talk about you know who is kind of hard, low key, Cardi's low key hard.
Nah.
Block 40's low key kind of hard.
No,
And
Cardi's
he'd be like,
good, bro.
He'd be like,
He's
nah,
top
bro, they
50.
trash.
Cardi is
Of all
I don't
time.
mess with
Of all
I don't
time.
mess with that mumble rap.
Of all time.
Cardi is at least like top
50 of all time?
75 or 100. He's
If
at,
I'll give him 100. I'll give him 100.
Like influential.
I'll give
Cardi,
influential.
Cardi
Wait,
dang near, like, top 20,
I
bro.
ain't say influential. I say greatest, not influential. Like me, bro, two different things here, yo. Now my thing is, I can listen to it and be like, I mess with the beat. I don't know what the heck he said though. And that like
maybe the beat is all you need at some point. Oh my god. Maybe people just want to listen to a good
listen to an instrumental.
Maybe people want to listen to like ethereal music, like something that's just like it seems like it's from another planet. You know what I mean? Like
like an alien, like a spaceship type
that's
of
what I'm
vibe.
trying to tell you. You're not listening, bro.
You know what? You know someone who did this really, really well and who was considered a mumble rapper, but he's still a great lyricist. And rest in peace. But Takeoff is literally one of the best lyricists that you will ever hear.
Takeoff is tough.
Come on, twin.
He is one of the best.
I
And
mess
he is
with the
considered,
Migos. I
and
mess
he
with
is
the
a
Migos.
mumble rapper. You listen to him on the Migos beats. He is sitting there. He is a part of mumble rap culture, Atlanta culture. He is a part of that culture, but he still has some of the greatest, like some of the best, like lyrical lines ever. And that's just how it is. So yes, there may be a spectrum, but like if you want to generalize it and say that mumble rap sucks as a whole, no, it don't suck.
It really
Mumble
don't.
rap,
It
no,
really
it don't suck. It doesn't suck, bro.
It really don't. I'm not gonna lie. It really don't.
Like it's not as bad as you try to make it seem like, bro. There's a couple bad apples like Lil Pump and Smoke Purp, but like
I was trying to send you music.
we'll talk about those guys, okay?
I was trying to
Wait,
send you.
whoa, time out. Okay, I understand. So here's what I'll say. Talk about it on a spectrum. That spectrum where Uzi at, in that area right there, where Takeoff at, in that area there, I mess with that. I already listen to that. Once we get down to like you said, Lil Pump and Lucky Lil further to the left of that than Lil Pump.
Oh, you're not gonna put Lil Pump in
Okay,
the same category.
That's
disrespectful. I'm not hearing that.
Bro, I just said he's further to the left. If we're saying left is like Takeoff and Uzi, right? And right is Lil Pump.
Low-key's low-key on that side, bro.
Fairs. I think that Lucky is in the middle, but for little closer to the left and to the right. But I would agree. Here's the part I agree on. Mumble rap as a whole does not suck. Mumble rap, once you get past that middle mark, you start going towards Lil Pump in them, sucks. If I can't understand you, like, because the thing is, for Lucky, I can understand him. Okay, I can understand him on a number of songs. I just don't enjoy the aesthetic of the mumble.
So you're saying you don't like underground music because some underground music is tough?
I didn't say I didn't like underground music. I said what? That's not what I said.
No, because mumble, there's like different. Since you say there's different levels to it, and you're talking about like the Smoke Purp and like the Lil Pump, those. It's like a whole nother level. Below that is just underground. So if you don't like them, you essentially just don't like underground music.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
You know what? That's fine. That's your opinion. But like underground music is tough.
I've been trying to get you put on to underground music for the longest. When
See,
you ain't been listening to me.
You ain't
Like
sent me nothing, yo.
Osama tough.
I literally have.
I haven't seen it.
You know what?
But maybe I gotta look again.
I know he has because I literally put one of y'all on with a Lil Tony song. He was like, nah, this song low key tough, and I was like, bro, I've been trying to tell you this guy is tough. And he was like, oh, I didn't know for real that this guy was tough.
I didn't know, bro. I didn't know, bro.
At the end of the day, I do agree that it's on a spectrum. I still think that there are parts of
do you know
mumble
who
rap that are
do you know
trash.
who NF is?
I don't like NF.
Come on, bro. If we
Jasmine likes NF. I don't like
Who?
it. Jasmine? Yeah. I don't like NF, though.
If we gonna get into that, bro, you gotta talk about the bad spectrum of lyrical rap.
Isn't that like the evil Eminem?
Yes, bro. He's terrible.
I'm going crazy. I can't even decide. I'm so good.
He's terrible, in my opinion.
Like,
Because I can understand what he's saying, but his
It's
lyrics
just
are just trash. Yes.
It's trash.
But I feel like that's two different arguments, though.
okay, we could talk about Dax, bro.
Dax, terrible. Again, this is not mumble rap. We're straying away from the point. All right.
Some people consider Dax mumble.
Here's how this has convinced me. Right? I can now see it's on a spectrum, for sure, 100%. I still do not like the part of the spectrum that is way too far to the right where it's like, yo, what are we doing here? I can't understand you at all. All right? That means if I can't listen, I can listen to Uzi, I can listen to Takeoff, I can listen to, give me another, I can listen to Lucky, right? We said Lucky. Get Summers, Autumn, right? Those two, aren't those like two different mumble rappers?
That being trash, bro.
Huh?
What did he say?
Summer's low key butt now, but
I've listened to a couple of their songs and I was like, oh, I actually like hear what they're saying, even though it's like still like a mumble aesthetic to it. It's like I'm not like struggling to understand the words that are coming out of said person's mouth.
Right.
What I will say though is that the concept of mumble rap does have its positives. However, man, when I listen to it, I just don't want to have to try to decipher what somebody's telling me. All right. So that's where I'm at on it. It's on the spectrum. Some of the parts of the spectrum I mess with, some of the parts I don't. That's where I'm at.
you know, I'll take that answer, bro.
I ain't taking that.
All right, B's versus B, yo.
I ain't taking that answer. I'm not taking that, bro.
Do I agree with it? No, but
So
I'll
do y'all
take
like
it.
all parts of mumble rap? Y'all like all parts of the mumble rap
You
spectrum?
don't like no, but I'm not. You don't like. You're saying that it sucks. That's the point of the.
Yes, once it gets too far to the right where I can't understand them, it sucks.
But like the thing is like, cause like you make it seem like, and from experience, you make it seem like mumble rap is just generalized as like a whole. It's just terrible. That's what at least in the past you made it seem like.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Bar. He's sitting back. He not even listening to what you're saying.
No, I wasn't. What? That's not true. I was listening to what he said. Why would I not listen? I am listening.
I'm not getting no respect.
Bro, why would you frame me like that, yo?
He not giving you no respect.
No, okay,
bro.
no, I can see how that could be true. Now, what I will say though is that maybe I exaggerated it. Maybe I
definitely did.
Okay, bro.
Definitely did.
Okay, bro. Maybe I did, bro. But like at the end of the day, I'm very radical when it comes to my lyrical hip hop. All right, so maybe I.
Well, I think lyrical hip hop and mumble rap are on the same wavelength as like in terms of like influence.
That's not crazy.
It's not a crazy.
It just influenced two different generations. I feel like.
You see Playboy Cardi stands out here. Playboy Cardi, impersonators. You see Kendrick Lamar impersonators, Drake impersonators. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, who be impersonating Kendrick
Nobody's
Lamar? Let's be for
impersonating
real.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, they are.
And literally, a Kendrick Lamar impersonator is literally just a random homeless dude from California, bro.
And with that, it's time to move on to the next topic because we're actually running out of time anyway.
What is he doing?
So I'm gonna hit off the line, bro.
Hey, we appreciate your call in,
get off
bro.
my show,
Great
bro.
insight. All right, love, bro. Oh, man. That's Amari Farmer, veteran guest.
You know you want to say it, bro. You know you want to say it.
Yo, Speed, bro. Watch your stream. Why you trying not to laugh, bro?
You know you want to
It's
say
messed
it,
up, bro.
You know you messed up for that, Speed.
Oh.
Come on, Speed.
Well, with that, we have to run some promos. We'll be back in a few moments. And we're back. You're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Flossmoor. The call number is 708-798-WHFH, 708-798-9434. And you're listening to Two Bees in a Pod cast.
All right. We got to make this quick.
Yeah, because we went we were like 7 minutes over with that, yo. It's okay, though.
For our very last topic of the day.
Lead us in, twin.
Oh, man. With a lot of friendships and a lot of relationships and just a lot of certain stuff in life, there comes a certain requirement of effort. There comes a certain requirement of action. And where do we draw the line to the point where we say to ourselves, you know what? I'm too lazy with this. I'm too passive with this. I'm not doing enough. You know? And when I wrote about this, go check that out on the Voyager.
Indeed.
Go check that out on
The
the
big
Voyager.
V, the big TV, yo.
When I wrote this, it was from a mindset of like, you know what? I look at passivity as something that's, I wouldn't say a cop-out, but it's extremely unhealthy to do, whether it's intentionally or accidentally. Take, for example, a friendship, right?
Okay.
You're with a friend and, you know, you guys haven't hung out in a while. You guys haven't talked in a while. You guys haven't done this in a while. And you're just okay with that, right? You're just like, you know what? I'll just let the day pass. Just let the time pass, you know?
Passivity.
And shut up. And slowly but surely, that friendship kind of dwindles down because there's not enough action being taken. And don't get me wrong. Obviously, we need our time. We need our time to ourselves. We need our time to be alone. We just need our time. But I feel like once it gets to a point where you're okay with things just passing you by, and when you're okay with the days just passing you by and stuff not being where you want it to be, that's when you have to make a change. I feel like even if in terms of relationships, that's going to a whole nother extreme. What, do you have something to say about that?
Oh man, we would be here forever.
I mean, we were here until.
Man, we got 10 minutes left.
I mean, I said what I said. Do you?
Hey
wanna
man,
go?
Pat, you passed it to me. Pass me the rock, yo. Hey, ISO. All right. What I'll say is, man, I'm gonna start back at the root of this. They say inaction is action. They say inaction is action. So what does that mean? That means that not doing something is a choice. You're choosing to be idle, to not do anything about the situation. Now, that's used in a lot of different contexts. We're using this here in relationships, friendships, romantic, platonic relationships, whatever, bro. Point is that, hey, I don't find myself being very passive in my friendships.
That's good.
I find myself like I literally some nights I just make some rounds, yo. Like a couple nights ago, I called up like Naima, James, Sakari, multiple people just making rounds on the phone. Sky, you know, checking in on people if that's what it is, or just like saying, hey, what's up? We haven't talked to them a little bit. For me, that's kind of how I'm able to maintain my friendships for quite a while. Specifically if I'm not seeing them in person. For people like Grace, I see her every day, all day. I don't need to call her when I get home. We cool, yo. We've seen each other all day. I'm gonna let her do whatever she got to do when she get home. She probably got mock trials. She got whatever else, right? But due to me seeing her so much, I can kind of be passive at home. I can kind of just let whatever play out however it does because of the fact that I see her so much. Mm-hmm. So I feel like for high school, passivity is dangerous to an extent. However, once you get out of high school and you have a job, you have a career, right? Or even if you're in college, if you have a lecture or a seminar going on, you might have 100 people in there. You're not. It's going to be harder for you to make friends and maintain those friends if you're in such a large space. For us, we have about 25 people in the class, maybe, and we're spread out among a classroom. It's not everybody packed into a lecture hall.
Yep.
Due to that fact, you're able to have better conversations with people. There are times where you're working with other people, like you said earlier. You do stations at HF. We do group work all the time. Collaborating and communicating. Shout out the profile of the Viking. Shout out the guest we finna upload. Indeed. Anywho.
I was so loud. So sorry.
But back to the topic. When I think about passivity, as a person, or like obviously I'm a person, but I'm saying like in my life, I hate when I'm not in control. And this not because I'm a quote unquote control freak, but I've told quite a few people about this, specifically Gabby, of like I just hate when something that I can't do anything about is like really like nagging at me. For example, I got rejected from Northwestern. That really hurt on December 16th, right? But what was I supposed to do? You can't appeal it. That like they don't accept appeals. So it's like it was out of my control. I clicked that letter, yo. It is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. I understand. Like I am in a much clearer mind space about that now in February than I was in December. And I feel like that's where you just kind of have to be passive. You just got to let it go, right? Now, I got deferred from Michigan. Action needs to be taken, right? I need to write a letter of continued interest and send that off. Passivity would be dangerous if I were to not write that letter and just leave it up to what I already submitted. I have things that have occurred since my initial submission that have improved since that, i.e. my GPA. We're going to stay for DECA, things like that.
You guys are going to stay for DECA?
Yeah. Well, it was automatic because I did it written. I didn't yeah.
Okay. Well, that's still good.
Well, thank you, Twin. I appreciate that. With that being said, I am able to have control over that or have some level of control. It's like I have done all I can about Northwestern. I have not done all I can about Michigan. So that's where I say in some aspects of life, yes, I think that passivity is dangerous to a large extent. However, in other aspects, such as high school relationships, like I said with Grace, it can be fine to be passive. I haven't read your article because I wasn't able to edit it, and it hasn't been published on the paper yet. Trust me, it's one of the first ones I'll be reading. However, I don't know what topic. Don't spoil it either. I want to read it for the first time myself. I want to, But if it was my article that I was writing, I would definitely touch on that kind of complexity topic of how it really depends on who you are and how you go about life. Also, I'm inherently an active person, like in terms of relationships instead of passive. Especially due to the fact that I'm just a social butterfly. That's just like who I am. I'm a talkative person. So are you, Twin. We both are. Even if at first we might be a little shy if it's a new affairs, all this, all that, right?
Yeah.
So things like that, it's like, we're naturally talkative people. Get us into the right space, we all cool. Even if we're not in that comfortable of a space, we can still rock out and be cool. Now, what I will say is that even though I still have that inherent active social ability, I won't say that I won't say that I never have to light a spark or spark a fire. I don't know what I'm trying to say with that, but I will say that I never have to light a fire in me to be like, hey, let me go do this. Because I still feel like as humans, we can still be kind of passive at times when we need to be active. So taking that action is very important. And I just think that step back, assess the situation. That's a rare one.
Run that back.
That's a rare one. We haven't seen that in a few months. step back, assess the situation, you know. Then we evaluate from there. You know, we make the right read.
Yeah.
We see how active do I have to be? To what we pull out some AP language. To what extent must you be active in this situation? And how much does it matter if you're active, like in this situation? Like, do you really have to be active? Can you spend your energy, your active energy on another situation? You know, there are a lot of things to take into consideration, I feel like, with that. But it's actually podtastic recap time, so. Sorry for that long soliloquy, but
it's all good.
Did you get out what you needed to say? I mean, if you have any last remarks,
definitely.
You got okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely,
for sure.
Alrighty. So,
the Double H show. Don't forget it. Don't forget it.
I mean, I already said it.
No, I'm saying for the recap.
Okay.
For the podtastic recap, run it, twin.
All right, for the podtastic recap, we opened up by talking about our debuting segment, one of two debuting segments, our hidden history segment, where we uncover Black stories that have been hidden in the archives. Hint, wink, wink.
Archives.
They've been hidden in the archives, and we just tell stories that need to be told, celebrating our Black history, celebrating our Black culture. We have opened up with Althea Gibson.
Shout out Althea Gibson. I actually never heard of her before. Twin brought it up to me recently.
Very prolific African-American tennis player that was one of the first, or actually the first, to win a Wimbledon, to win a U.S. national. Inspired many across the world. So big shout out to Althea Gibson. Yes.
Indeed.
Then we opened up with, is awkwardness a real thing or is it a social construct?
Mm-hmm.
Then we talked about, I'm looking at the topics. I got to switch up.
Yeah.
Then we talked about
the other way around.
Then we talked about our B versus B segment,
Indeed.
courtesy of Xavier Wright.
Shout out Big X, yo.
Shout out Big X. Talked about, does mumble rap truly suck? I said no. Twin said yes.
Well, on the spectrum.
He said,
on the spectrum.
On the spectrum. And then our very last one is, when does passivity become harmful? I've been stuttering a lot today.
It's all right, man. It's been a long day for all of us.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, with that, it's been 2 B's in a pod. Cast. You went early. Ferris G. And yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We have quite a packed schedule coming up. Quite a packed schedule.
Yes.
To say the least.
Yes.
And I'm really excited though. I feel like we have a lot of great guests coming up. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to hear what we got in store for this last semester of our, well, for now. No. Last semester of at HF, all right?